Welcome back to our channel, guys. My name is Eric from Vathos Technologies. So in today's session, we are going to be diving into real-world SOC scenario using Splunk and Linux authentication logs. So we are going to stimulate how cybersecurity analysts detect brute force attacks, track suspicious IP addresses, and analyze user login behavior, just like in a real-world security operations center. So by the end of this tutorial, you will understand how hackers are identified in several environments, and you will be able to write Splunk queries that reveal. So you will learn failed login attempts, brute force patterns, and privilege escalation activities. So guys, let's get straight into it. So the first thing to do is to get your data set, which we are going to be using a real world data set today. We are going to be using a real world data set today. So what we are going to be doing today is that by the end of this lab, you are going to be able to ingest Linux auth logs into Splunk, which is Linux auth log is the name of the data set you are going to be getting. Alright, is the name of the data set you are going to be getting, and you're going to be learning how to detect brute force SSH attacks, and you're going to be learning how to identify suspicious IP addresses and users, and you're going to be learning how to analyze login behavior patterns and how to build a SOC dashboard. Alright guys, let's get into it. So the first thing to do is to get this data set. Now, I'm not going to be just like in our last training, I was the one that wrote the data set. I was the one that created it. So but today I'm going to be showing you how you can get a real world data set, where you can get real world cybersecurity data set, and you can analyze it. I'm going to be showing you the website right now where you can get this real world data set you can use on Splunk or even on data analytics and whatever. So let me show you that. So if you're also interested in data analytics, this video will also help you, because this site I'm going to be going now can also help you to get data analytics. So the name of this site is called Cargo. Cargo is the name of this website. It's actually a website where you get a real world data set for cybersecurity analysis and for data analytics. All right, so just like let me click here. As you can see, I have an account with Cargo, and if you go to this page, you see these are all the this thing I have worked on, all the data set I have worked. You can see it here. It's not even all of them. I think these are just these not all of them. These are the recent one I have used. All right. So this is Cargo. This is where you get cybersecurity data set or data analysis data set. All right, now so I want to drop the link. Let me just first of all, when you get to this website, what we do is to create an account, and just put your email and password, and you just have it, so you can download data set in this. Most persons will be asking me where can they get which website can they get. So this is one of the websites. The name is called cargo.com. All right, that's good. So let me just drop the link of this guy. Let me just drop the link of this data set. Okay, if I get an error, let me just open a new tab and just drop the link of these data sets. So this is the data set. This is powerful. So the name of this data set is Linux auth log anomalies. All right. So if you scroll down, you can read more about this data set and the rest of them. So what you do is to come here and click on download. You can download it from here, or you can also download it from here. So you see that this is just 45 MB. Okay. So this is 45 MB. Alright, just download it. Once you download it, you open it in your file. You see something like this. So it will come like this in a sec file. So it's going to be a CSV file. Alright, make sure it's a CSV file. So You can open it in Excel and go through this. So let me just open it in Excel. So let's see how it is. Please guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Even as you're watching now, just pause the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. When you do so, you are helping us, you're encouraging us to create more reward trainings like this. You don't find this kind of training you hardly find this kind of training. It's rare to find this kind of training. So just subscribe to our YouTube channel just to encourage us. Thank you. All right, so as you can see, this is the we have over 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 over 12 columns this dataset carries. So this one is the timestamp, this one is the source IP. So we are going to be this one is a username. So there are so many usernames in this place that we are actually running brute force attack, so we are going to be discovering these guys, and you see that this data set is many. It's over 334,000 plus. So it's many. It's very, very large. So we are going to be analyzing all these things. All right. So we have service people that log in, and we have status, those that failed, those that login failed, those that login was success, and failed. You are seeing that. We have the port, which is there, and we have the protocol, which is SSH, secure shell, which is SSH. All right. We have the comment, and we have so you can just review these guys here, and so all right, that should be all. And we have server. We have different servers that we are enforcing, and the rest of them. All right. So let's go to our Splunk. So the first thing to do is to go to your settings. When you go to your settings, you go to add dataset. When you go to add dataset, you go to upload. So when you go to upload, I've taught you guys how to do this. And so you go to your download. So you see your download. So you pick up this file, right? So this is how you upload it. So as you can see, file is successfully uploaded. So you go to next. Everythぃis okay, so you can be able to see your file here, and some of them. Let me bring this up. You can go to next page. You can go to next page. We have over 11 pages, 14 pages, 17, 20 pages, 23. So this data set is many. So it means that we are going to be doing a reward training today. So okay. You can just go. You can change this and put your name. So he's now uploading this file. So now let us start our chatting. Our searching actually. Alright, so this is the general search. As you can see, this is our data, and so let us begin this. Alright. So let me just say index main. What am I doing? Index equal to main. So let me say index equals to main. So let me say source. When you put source, you put the name of the file, this is the name of the file. All right. You hit enter. Let's say whether this will return anything. Let's see. So it actually returned these guys. It just returned, what you actually returned is the name of the file, which is going to be returning all the data sets. All right. So everything is actually returned. So you can go to next and blah 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 blah. So all right. So let's go to. Now we are going to be checking the recent activities. The recent activities that happen in this log. Yes, the recent activities that happen in this log. So let's write our query. So you put on your index main and the source, the name of your file. So the next thing we are going to be doing is, let's add this. So let's say head. So we are searching for 20, okay? Let's see the first 20 activities in this log actually. So let us check that. Hit on enter. So as you can see now, this is the first 20 activities, recent activities that happened in this place. All right, so let us check it. So you see that this guy happened, and you can see some of the information here. This is some of the information. You can see that this is the IP address of this guy. This is database he was forcing, and the name of this user is this guy, EC2 user, and his own login was failed. All right, so you can be able to track these things, and you see that the protocol he uses SSH, which is secure shell, and so you can be able to see all the recent logs that happened in this data set, in this log, because this is actually of course we all know it's a log file, so the database server log file. All right, so this is actually a server log file. So these are all so as you can see, this guy login was success, this user was success, and this one was failed. So you can be able to see all the recent activities from 20 upwards. That's why we put 20 here. You can even put 30 if you want. You can put 30, and you'll be able to, as you can see, we now have another page. If you go to another page now, you see the remaining ones, because we now put 30. Now let us check for let us write another query. Let us dictate another query, which is, let us check for brute force attack detection. Let us check for brute force attack detection right now. Let us see those who actually brute forced our web server or whatever. All right, so let us check that right now. So this is for actually, this is core security operations center skill. If you're a security operations center, if that is your work, this is exactly what you should be doing. All right, so let us do that right now. So what we'll be doing here right now, we are going to be checking the failed attempt. All right, so let's actually do that right now. So let us do failed. Let's also failed login or failed password. So say failed password. So the next query we'll be writing is that we're going to be putting our vertical line and say start count by source IP. All right, we want to count by source IP because we also want to get the IP addresses of those who actually brute force our server. So let us say start by source IP. Start count by source IP, by source underscore IP. We are not just ending there. Let's put our comma. We also want to show the username of those guys. All right, so you say username. All right, we also put our vertical line again. So let us also show where count is greater than 5. So we want to show those who brute force our web server more than, want to search for those who brute force our web server more than 5 times. Do you understand? So let's say that where count is greater, what is it? Greater than what? 5. Not just that, we want to write another query which said, let us sort these guys. Let us sort minus count. Wow. This is your work. If you're a SOC analyst, this is your work. So first of all, we got the IP addresses of these brute force attacks, and we see that we see the username of these guys, and we see how many times they actually brute force us. So your own here, you might be seeing 18 here because my own data set might be greater than yours. So my own, there is a duplicate of this data set here. So that's why your own will be showing 18. Why my own will be showing 36? So I think 18 plus 18 should be 36. I think so. So this is the IP address. So we were able to find the IP address of these hackers, of these malicious hackers, and we were able to find their usernames, which is these guys. All right. Now, not just there. If you keep going to other pages, you keep seeing this guy, keep seeing this guy, keep seeing this guy, keep seeing this guy. Now, until we get to those who actually brute force our web server 16 times. Now, from here downwards, these guys did their own 12 times. All right. Okay, let's go to next page. If you keep going next page, now these guys are 12. They did this 12, and we are finding their username, and we are even finding their IP address. We can track their IP address, so we can track it. So, and this guy did it 8 times. So remember, we did where this is greater than 5. Okay, you can even do where it's greater than 1. You can also run it. So if you go to the last page, maybe you can now find those who did. Okay, nobody did it. So the list of the brute force attack here is 8. So now let's quickly check another. So this is actually showing us that these are hackers trying to try multiple passwords. That is actually what these guys were doing. They were trying multiple passwords to log into to find access. So this is also shows password spraying attempt. Okay, so now let us go into top attacking IPs. Let us see the IP addresses that attacks out mostly. Now we are going to be let's check our query here. Let's say password field. Let's start by source IP. Okay, let's start by source IP and let us sort let's do this here. So let us do this. Let's sort by let us start count by source IP, and let us sort minus. So let's hit okay. Now these are the most IP addresses that brute forced us. Several or let me say that this shows most aggressive IP addresses. These guys. And it also helps to identify bot attacks. Bot can also attack you with their own using an IP address. So you can be able to identify this IP address. So as a cybersecurity professional, what you will do is to block these IP addresses. Yes, that's what you should do. But I'm not going to be doing that in this training. You should be able to block these IP addresses. So next, let's also not just this. You can also go to visualizations and visualize this. Okay, you can also visualize this. Now this is column chart. All right, if you hover on this, you'll be able to be seeing all these IP addresses. You will see the source IP and the count. If you come down to this place, you see the source IP and the count. You see that these guys actually brute forced 12 times, and this guy 16 times, and this guy 36 times. Why these guys are 8 times? So this is the visualization. So you can go to another chart. So you can see this another chart. You can change another chart. You can change another. I don't like this bar chart. It doesn't show well. So you can just flow around this guy. So I don't have the time now. Let's go back. Now let's quickly check another. Let's write another query. Now let us check targeted users analysis. All right, I don't know whether it's important, but I think or let us just check time-based attack analysis. I think we should go for that one. So let us quickly do this. There's a lot to do. There's a lot you can do. Just I don't have the time now. There's a lot you can do. There's a lot of queries you can run with this. So let us check time-based. Let us check the attackers that attacked us according to the time and the date. You get. So let us check time-based attack analysis, and let us check the failed password. time chart. So let us say failed password. Now let's say time chart. Let us check the time chart count. All right. So you hit on enter. So you see that these are the guys that charted. You see that these guys from 2023. You see this is 1st of January. This is January and this is 1st of January. Why this guy attacked on 2nd of January. We had also an attack on 10th of January. We had attack on 4th of January, on 5th of January, or 6th of January, down to this guy and this guy. These guys are 14th of January, and these guys are February. Okay, these guys are February. So February started from here. February started from here down to this guy. So you can also check this out, which is pretty good. It's cool. Now I think you can also go to visualizations and check this, and let's go to visualization and check this. So actually you can see this guy from January. So you can see this one January 12, 2023. The count is over 220. Wow. Let's check another chart. You can see that. Let's check bar chart. You can see that that's powerful. You see from Monday 9th, from January and 6th. So this is it. You can just play around these things, and that is how to learn. Play around these guys. So let us check advanced scanning right now. Let us check advanced scanning. So for advanced, let us check attack session grouping. All right, so let us quickly do that. Account session grouping. So let us quickly do that. Now this is advanced. All right, so let us check failed password, and let's check transaction source IP. So let us check the transaction source underscore IP, and let us check the max span. Okay, let us check the max span should be equal to 10 minutes. So let's say where event count is greater than 10. Okay, let's say where event count is greater than 10. Ooh, we got an error here. Okay, we didn't put where. Okay, we also got an error. Where event count transaction source IP. Okay. Of course, I should be able to get this. Failed password. So we say transaction. My God, why am I making this mistake for? Why am I making this mistake? All right, as you can see, this is very, very advanced, and I'm going to be showing you this now. So this one has several pages. First of all, it has several pages, and it also this one has 16 lines. Wow. Now the idea is, you call yourself a SOC analyst, but can you be able to read this? Can you be able to understand this? If you see this kind of logs now, can you be able to read it and understand this? But you call yourself a cybersecurity professional. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's very, very important to us. Pause the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you. So now, I want to quickly explain this now. So let us quickly explain this. This actually represents a brute force attack. first of all. SSL, this actually represents the brute force SSH or secure shell attack campaign that has been session grouped by source IPs and time proximity. All right. Okay, so now this allows you to see the hacker's behavior across multiple targets as a single coordinated activities. So what you are looking at now, we are looking at the structure breakdown. Okay, so each role is a failed secure shell login event with fields like these guys. Now the first one is a time stamp. As you can see the time stamp here. As you can see the time. Let me calm down and explain this. I don't like rushing. As you can see the time stamp here. This is the time stamp. Okay, it shows you the date, the month, and the day, and also show you time. This is the date and this is time. Oh, this is the date. What is happening here? Don't mind this. So this is the date and this is the time. All right, so it shows you the date and the time. So the next thing it shows you is the source IP. So this is the source IP now. This is the IP address of this guy. I don't know what this thing is doing. This is the source IP of this guy, and this is the. It also shows you the targeted host, and this is the host it targets. This is the web host it targets. So and as you can see, the web hosts here are different. You see that this one is different. This one is different. And you just have, I think, two different ones for now in this page, in this particular page. Let me go to page 4. See that is different. So now let me explain the usernames. As you can see that the username of this guy is so and so. This is the username. And let us check the protocols or services used, which is SSH, right? Secure shell. And let us check the port he used. This is the port he used. Port 22. If I'm correct, this is the port he used, port 22, and which is the SS shell port, which is the protocol. All right, the protocol service. So this is the port. I think this is the port, and this is the status. Now let us check the status. The status failed. This is it. So this guy was not able to find access. All right, this guy was not able to find access. So this says shell failed, and let us say the message. Now this is the message. The message said password failed for this so and so user, which also showed brute force attack. It told us the label, the attack label, which is what? The brute force attack. Okay, it also showed us the delta time. Now this is a delta time. Now delta time is a time difference between events in seconds. It's a time difference between event and seconds. Event in seconds, sorry. So that is it. You can also go to visualization and visualize this. So if you can go, you see that this guy has over 16 lines. This particular user, one person, has 16 lines. So if you keep going down, you see that this guy has 36. Only him. Just keep going from page to page so you understand this better. Now you can go to visualization. You can just go to visualization and just do whatever you want here. So let's go back to event. Now, all right, that's it for today's Splunk SOC lab on Linux authentication logs. I hope you like this video. That's cool. So if you now learned how to identify failed SSH, which is secure shell login attempt, you can brute force, you can dictate brute force attacks, analyze user behavior, and you can build basic security insight using Splunk. So if you can understand and produce these queries, I repeat, if you can understand and repeat, or you can review or reproduce these queries, you are already thinking like a SOC analyst. Yeah. So in the next lesson, I'll be taking you further by building a full SOC dashboard with real-time attack detection alerts. So do not forget to practice these queries on your own database. Okay. Now, reputation is what builds real cybersecurity skill. I repeat, reputation is what builds real cybersecurity skill. Now, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you, and I will see you in our next journey.